of diagrammatical presentation, I am going to explain one-dimensional bar diagram and two-dimensional bar diagram. In one-dimensional bar diagram, I am going to explain simple bar diagram, broken bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, component bar diagram or subdivided bar diagram, percentage component bar diagram or percentage subdivided bar diagram, deviation bar diagram. And in two-dimensional bar diagram, I am going to explain square, rectangle and circle. Now I am going to explain simple bar diagram. It is a graphical display of data. It is used to represent data involving one variable. I am going to explain it with the help of an example. Represent the following information diagrammatically. Year is given here 1983, 84, 84, 85, 85, 86 and so on. Value added per employee is given here 155, 190, 240, 395, 425, 440. Now I am going to draw it. First draw x-axis, then draw y-axis. On x-axis write year, on y-axis write value added per employee. Now this is bar diagram. While drawing bar diagram, you are supposed to follow certain rules. First rule is you can choose any width for the first bar diagram. Then keep it same throughout. Or you can say width of the bar should be kept uniform throughout. Now the second point is the gap between the bars must be kept uniform throughout the sketch. Keep it in mind that starting gap need not be same as other gap. The third point is on the top of every bar write the value of the given bar. In the end write the scale as well as the title. Now the next is broken bar diagram. Represent the following information through broken bar diagram. Now year is given here and number of students enrolled. Now number of students enrolled are 450, 375, 525, 2900, 475, 2400. Now what we have seen here, we have seen numbers fall in a particular range except few that are very large like 2900 and 2400. To represent these large numbers, we draw broken bar diagram. Now 2900 is first highest number, 2400 is second highest number, 525 is third highest number. Now draw x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis write year, on y-axis write number of students. First I am going to draw third highest bar. Then draw a bar which is little higher than the third highest bar. And then draw a bar which is little higher than the second highest bar. Then draw broken bar to represent 2900 and 2400. Then draw the remaining bars. This is broken bar diagram. Now write the scale and the title. Multiple bar diagram. A multiple bar graph is a graph that has multiple bars for each category. Now represent the following information through appropriate diagram. Now year is given here, number of students in art, science and technology are given here. Sometimes there are more than two sets of data to be compared. For example, in this question, we are going to compare department-wise and year-wise number of students. In this case, multiple bar graph can be used. This type of graph compares as many sets of data as you want. The process of creating a multiple bar graph is just like creating any other bar graph. So draw x-axis and y-axis. Write year on x-axis and number of students on y-axis. And draw multiple bar graph. Write A on the first bar, S on the second bar, and T on the third bar. A is for art, S is for science, and T is for technology. You can also use colors, different colors. Now write scale. scale is y on y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 5 students, and give it a appropriate title. Now my next diagram is subdivided or component bar diagram. Represent the following data through subdivided or component bar diagram. Now year is given here 1986, 87, 88. Number of students in arts, commerce and science are given here. Now write the total number of students in 1986 in arts, commerce and science are 600. Similarly, total number of students in 1987 are 700. And total number of students in 1988 in 3 subjects are 750. So I'll draw subdivided bar diagram. So for that, draw x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis write year, on y-axis write number of students. Now component bar diagram is used to represent data in which total magnitude, or you can say aggregate value, is divided into different components. Now while choosing the scale for y-axis, we should keep total value in mind. First, we make simple bars for each year and then divide those bars in the ratio of various components. Now after drawing this, write A, in first bar write A, then write C, then write S. A is for art, C is for commerce, S is for science. Similarly in the second bar, similarly in the third bar. Sequence of components should be kept same throughout. Now write the scale as well as the title. Now the next is percentage component bar diagram or percentage subdivided bar diagram. Represent the following information by subdivided bars drawn on percentage basis. Now the question is, year is given to you, number of cars in 1000 units are given, number of scooters in 1000 units are given. Year is 2010, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14. Number of cars 8, 20, 35, 55. Number of scooters 35, 46, 60 and 72. To draw subdivided bar diagrams on percentage basis, we express each component as the percentage of its respective total. So find the total first. 8 plus 35 is equal to 43. 20 plus 46 is equal to 66. 35 plus 60 is equal to 95. 55 plus 72 is 127. Convert it into percentage. So percentage of cars, 8 upon 43 into 100 is equal to 18.6, that is equivalent to 19%. Next is 20 upon 66 into 100 is equal to 30.3, that is equivalent to 30%. 35 by 95 into 100 is equal to 36.8, that is equivalent to 37%. 55 upon 127 into 100 is equal to 43.3%, that is equal to 43%. Now find the percentage of scooters. If we subtract 19% from 100, we will get percentage of scooters. So 100 minus 19 is equal to 81%. 100 minus 30 is equal to 70%. 100 minus 37 is equal to 63%. 100 minus 43 is equal to 57%. Now draw the diagram. Draw x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis write year, on y-axis write percentage of cars and scooters. Now when such diagrams are prepared, the length of the bar is kept equal to 100. Then segments are cut in these bars to represent the component in percentage terms. After drawing it, write C 19%, S 81% in first bar. That means C is for cars, S is for scooter. In the second bar, write C 30%, S 70%. In third bar, write C 37%, S 63%. In fourth bar, Write C 43%, S 57%. The diagram so obtained is called percentage component bar diagram or percentage subdivided bar diagram. Now write the scale and the title. Now next is deviation bar diagram. Deviation bar diagram is used to show net quantities, excess or deficit, that is profit or loss. Such bars have both positive and negative values. Positive values are shown above the baseline and negative values are shown below the baseline. Now x-axis is the baseline here. I'll explain it with the help of an example. Represent the following information by deviation bar diagram. Now year is given here. Total selling price is given. Total cost price is given. We will find profit and loss. So year is given 90, 80, 81, 82, 83. Selling price is 110, 135, 140, 150. Cost price is given 95, 105, 150 and 135. In 90-80 there is profit. So we will show it with the positive sign, that is plus 15. In 81 there is again profit. So this is again plus 30. In 82 there is loss. So we will show it by minus 10. And 83 there is again profit. So show it by plus 15. Now draw x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis write year. On y-axis above the baseline, above x-axis write profit, and below x-axis write loss. So in 90-80 there is profit plus 15. So draw the bar graph. Again plus 30, draw the bar graph. When there is loss, show it below the baseline, that is minus 10. So 90-82 there is minus 10. So you will draw the bar graph below the baseline. In 90-83 there is again profit. So you will draw bar graph above the x-axis. So write the scale as well as the title. Two-dimensional diagram. Till now I have explained about one-dimensional diagram. In one-dimensional diagram, only length of the bar is important, and comparison of bars are done on the basis of their length only. In two-dimensional diagrams, both length and width of the bars are considered. That is, data is represented by the area of the bar. Such figures are also known as area diagram. The following are the types of two-dimensional diagram. First is rectangles, second is squares, third is circles. First I'll explain about the rectangles. The next is rectangle. Prepare a rectangle diagram for the following information. A company produced 10,000 items in the month of January and the cost per unit is rupees 6. And it produced 8,000 items in the month of February and the cost per unit is rupees 8. So in this question, data is represented by the area of the rectangle. Draw x-axis and y-axis. In rectangle diagram, one of the variable is taken as length on one axis and another variable is taken as breadth on another axis. So x-axis write cost per unit, on y-axis write number of units produced. Now take number of units produced, which is 10,000 as length, and cost per unit, which is 6 as breadth. Now draw rectangle. Now here area is 60,000, length into breadth. Again take number of units produced, which is 8,000 as length, and cost per unit, which is 8 as breadth. Draw rectangle. Now here area is 64,000. These rectangles represent month-wise cost of production. Write scale as well as the title. Now there is one more question on rectangle. Draw subdivided rectangle for the following data. Now this is the question. In this question, in the month of January, number of units produced is 5,000. Cost per unit on raw material is given ₹6. On wages it is ₹3, and on other things it is ₹1. Now multiply 5,000 by 6, you will get 30,000. Total cost of raw material is 30,000. Multiply 5,000 by 3, you will get 15,000. Multiply 5,000 by 1, you will get 5,000. So total cost of production is, if you add them, you will get 50,000. And total cost per unit, if you add them, you will get 10. Now draw subdivided rectangle. For that, draw x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, write number of units produced. On y-axis, write cost per unit, and draw subdivided rectangle. Then write on raw material 30,000, on wages 50,000, on other things 5,000, and total cost of production right on the top, that is 50,000. And write the scale as well as the title. Next is square and circle. The question is, the following data relates the annual plan outlay during 1997-98 on different heads of development. Draw square and circle for this data. The amount spent on agriculture is 2,378. The amount spent on industry is 6,243. And the amount spent on energy is 12,999 crore. Everything is in crore. Now, to construct the square, take the numerical figures as area of the square. We will consider these figures as the area of the square. From that area of the square, we can find side of the square. How you will find the side of the square? Which is square root of the given numerical figure. So we will find the square root of 2378, that will come out to be 48.76. And what is the square root of 6,243? That is 79.01. So point is missing here, but that is 79.01. And what is the square root of 12,999? That is 114.01. Now this is the side of the square. Now consider 48.76 as 2 centimeter. Now we have to construct a square. So consider 48.76 as 2 centimeter. Then after calculating, we will find 79.01 will come out to be 3.24 centimeter, and 114.01 will come out to be 4.68 centimeter. And for the circle also, this will be the radius of the circle. So 2 centimeter will be the radius of the circle, and 3.424 is the again radius of the circle, and 4.68 will be the third radius of the circle. I have given a note here. If 48.76 is equal to 2 centimeter, then 79.01 will come out to be 3.24 centimeter, and 114.01 will come out to be 4.68 centimeter. Now draw the square. Now this is how we will draw the square. Now in case of square, we should draw them keeping one side on the same horizontal line. Second point, gap between the square should be same. All the squares should be enclosed in a big box. Write the title. Same question has been represented through circle. Same radius, 2 centimeter, 3.24 centimeter, 4.68 centimeter. So we have drawn the circles keeping the center on the same horizontal line. Gap between the circles should be same. Write the title.